Konnichiwa, everybody. Konnichiwa. Ina, welcome. Thank you for joining the Twilight. Welcome, welcome. Konnichiwa, everybody. Oh wait, I should do the intro thing. I'm Josuiji Shinri from HOLOSTARS English Guild TEMPUS. Hello, hello. They're all over the place at this point. They're kind of all over. I think the ears don't really line up very well unless like they kind of like flip-flop around, but that's okay. We can pretend that they're very floppy. Hello, Chad. Hello, hello. Today is a nice and chill Thursday. Not much is happening today. We'll take it pretty easy today. So, chat. We'll wait a little bit, give people time to trickle in and hang out a bit, or like stumble into the stream, and then I'll make a quick little announcement. It is an announcement that has been a long time coming, and I've been mentioning this on stream and off stream here and there, but I want to just make it official. So we'll wait for everyone to show up, and then I'll make an announcement about it on YouTube community posts and on Twitter as well. Yeah. Cute assets, right? If you go and check down the description, I have every single, I should have almost all the credits for all of the assets down below in the description tag, so please check those out. Check out all the amazing artists who created all these amazing assets. Choco Tea, thank you so much for the re-upping the membership. And Okoiri, didn't you make it any comfier? Also, yay, 1 month, let's go. It's not a serious announcement. It's not, okay, so the announcement is mostly to do about, what's that? My schedules coming up and the number of streams, the type of content that I'll be doing. It's basically that. GAY, I'm not sure what that the acronym is, but thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Mario Gayata, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Wait, chat, why didn't Lexi Okoiri, cheers to another month, let's go. Wait, chat, did chat seriously think it was like a really big, like important announcement that I had to like make warn everyone about? Feeling Fortuna, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Thank you. Hope you, if you received one, please be sure to thank Feeling Fortuna. Hope you enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Love to see the yellow hearts. Thank you. And Jodiana, thank you so much for re-upping the membership again. Okoiri. Hopefully we can make some more comfy times. I love to see the wall of hearts. I just love it. It's really cute to see. Yay. The word announcement is a bit traumatizing to Holo fans. This is true. I suppose announcement isn't like if I just I think in general, like if I went ahead and I tweeted out like a blank image and all it says was announcement, right? Then I think like that would like strike fear and terror into the hearts of fans. Sweet roll Roxy, Okoiri, 1 month, let's go. Atsui desu. Thank you so much for the re-upping the membership. Thank you, Okoiri. Thanks for the cozy streams, of course. Yeah, the word announcement is very scary. I should probably like avoid using the word announcement. I'll start using it's like notice, maybe. I don't know. Something like lighter and not too spook. Rika, Okoiri, 1 month, let's go. Kalawan. Hey Shimi, didn't manage to catch the RE7 stream, but excited to see the VOD and you play. RE7 and 8 are both my favorite games. Love you. Thank you. RE7 and 8 are pretty good. They look pretty good. Good news, a heads up, a memo. A memo is nice. Now that I think about it, yeah, the word notice is like a little bit surprising. Like if you saw a sign that says notice on it, that is pretty, it does like strike a little bit of fear into worry. Shoran, Himura, thank you so much for the re-upping the membership. Thank you. Okoiri, cute nekoi Shinri, almost gave us a heart attack. PTSD for the G and A words around here. Okay, I'll have to be careful about those. we can do this Signalis thing and just be like Aktung, Aktung, and just like surprise everyone by like shouting that. Mario, thank you so much for the super chat. Gyat is it's not an acronym, it's like the word Gyat. It's like some goddamn, like god damn, some of that. Thank you for the super chat. Asil Koiri. Konnichiwa, using this to say thank you. Thank you. Alright. So it's been about 10 minutes. I think this is enough time for most people to trickle in. I'll go ahead and make a announcement on YouTube community posts and Twitter later on in the future as well. Kenshin, thank you for the super chat. Making a declaration. That could be word. Declaration seems too formal though. I'm not that formal. I've never been too formal. It seems like a very like grave statement if I hear the word declaration there. Kitone, thank you so much for the super chat. Hit Be Cozy with the scarf and coffee. Yeah. I love it. It's very cute. And I love all these hats. Thank you for sharing these. I'm waiting for all the rest. Oh, Ryan, thank you so much for the re-upping the membership. Okoiri. Thank you for everything you do. Cheers to another month. I hope to continue to make good content for a month. Thank you. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, I do have like a little bit of an announcement regarding specifically assets. If you make me a GIF asset, please, number one, thank you. Number two, please give me a way to access the GIF asset, like download the actual file, because I can't do it off of Twitter. If you tweet out a GIF asset, I can't download it. It does not give me the option to download it. So please make sure that there's like an Imgur link or like a Google Drive link or some other way to access it. Because if you just show me the Twitter asset, it'll turn into a video on Twitter. And if you try to right click it, it simply says copy video address, and it will not give me the option to download a copy of the GIF. So right now, any assets that are GIFs like this down here, the little wiggly, this was provided to me via a Google Drive. I know some amazing koi panions have drawn like GIFs of like kois like swimming around the water. I realized that why we can't get those in. It's because we can't download them. We can't download the actual file because Twitter won't let us. So please let us have a copy of it through Google Drive or some other means, because otherwise we will not be able to access them even if we do get the hashtag. Kaito-shi? Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope I pronounced it right. Kaito Kito? I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Thank you for making my heart state better. Thank you for the super chat. I hope everything continues to improve for you. Church of Shinri's cheeks. Hello Shinri, just sending this because I wanted you to notice my name change. You could say your thumbnail had an effect. Oh, those cheeks, I see. I thought you were saying like Shinri's cheeks because of like rosy cheeks, because like I laugh a lot. But thank you for re-upping the membership. Okoiri. All right. That too. Okay, fine. That both. Okay, we will just leave it as an ambiguous cheeks, and depending on which side of the spectrum you fall on, you can either be say so or unsay so. All right, chat. So the big announcement that I wanted to memo. The big memo that I wanted to, the big memorandum that I wanted to provide. What you drinking? Just water. It's water today. It's too early to be drinking spicy water. If I do, I just fall asleep. And I don't know if I'm like fully rested yet. I worry if I drink spicy water, I'll just fall asleep like by 9 p.m. today. All right, so the memo. As you all know, I currently stream about 10 times a week. This is down. Surprisingly, this is down from 17 times a week when I first started. when I first started, because I would stream 10 times during the week and then twice over the weekend. So like, yeah, wait, no, was it 17? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. No, that was 12, not 17. I think there was like 1 or 2 times when I showed up on an extra collab during the first weeks, but like, no, not anymore. So yeah, let me explain why. I left this as a message or a community post for tier 3 memberships and above, as part of like a little heads up on like potential changes and alterations to the channel and the content. So going from 12 down to 10, and I think I'll be pushing it down from 10 to about 8, and then by May, I think, so like by April, like late April, mid-April maybe, or May, I want to push that down to about 5. And the reason why I want to do this is I'm finding that I have a lot of like projects I want to work on that is taking up quite a lot of time. For example, I am currently in the process of recording the first half of a first chapter of a short novella. I think it's what they are called. But it's taking me like an hour, and like at an hour just to record the lines, not even including like the editing and then like all the audio treatment and all that stuff. So right now, I'm finding that I'm very exhausted doing all these streams. Is it a novella? Is it a short story? It's not. It's longer than a short story, but it's not like a novel. It is smaller. It's one of the ones that were recommended to me during the membership stream. That was also a very often requested one for like the public streams as well. Yeah. So I want to have a few of those worked like in progress, I guess. Did you write it yourself? No. This is a public domain work. So in order to get time for that, as well as things like voice packs and little audio dramas and all that, I do need some more time off stream to be able to work on it, which is kind of why the number of streams that I have now will be reduced down a little bit more. Specifically, we'll be going down to about 8 streams per week. So I'll be cutting out 2 streams, and I haven't really decided which ones yet. I'm thinking maybe we'll do like what chat has been asking for, like alternating. So we'll do like a like once every single day, but like alternate back and forth between like mornings and evenings. And then on Friday will be the 8th stream, where we have that membership stream on top of the morning stream. So like Monday morning, Tuesday evening, Wednesday morning, Thursday evening, Friday morning and evening membership, as well as the usual like weekends. So that's kind of what I want to do at the moment. Keep silly Wednesdays. Yeah, I'm thinking of keeping Wednesday mornings as a fun, like a lighthearted game. Is kind of what the idea is right now, just to be able to give everyone in the both morning and evening times a chance to show up. So I'll be alternating back and forth that way. It means, I think, like the only really big issues that I think are going on right now is that like Tuesday will be the most impacted day. But yeah, I'm so glad to hear you keeping evening streams. It's been hard to catch TEMPUS live. That's what I worry about. I wanted to, like, I know most of my content, most of my streams happen in the mornings. But at the same time, I feel bad not having evening streams, so I want to also do more evening streams, which is kind of why I've kept evening streams on the weekends, because I feel like during those times it's mostly like accessible for viewers in this time zone. I don't even know what day it is right now. Honestly, same. I have everything in the Google Calendar, and then like, because like I don't stream with the boys, I stream at like a weird off time, like I think like an hour to like 2 hours before Vesper. So I kind of go off on my own, and then by the time I'm done, it's like, well, now what? And then the boys start going after me, you know. So like I don't have like Flayon's streaming. My stream is after like an hour after Flayon's. I should get ready. Like there is nothing like that for me. But yeah, I keep thinking it was Friday, only Thursday, right? Time has no more meaning. It's a blur. It's all a blur now. But yes, it is Thursday right now. This time slot is my favorite. I'd appreciate the variety. So there are options for all time zones. Yeah. So I guess the big thing is right now, with the change in the number of streams, I had also mentioned this, and one of the big feedback that I got from the tier 3 companions was adjusting the way that we play games, or not play games, but like adjusting the way that we schedule games. And I think what we'll do is starting next week, we'll finish all the games that we have set up. So A Space for the Unbound, Night in the Woods, and then Resident Evil 7 is what I kind of want to get through all today, or not today, next week or so. So right now I think it's looking like on Monday, Space for the Unbound, on Wednesday, Night in the Woods, and then on Friday will be Resident Evil 7. I think that's the current schedule, and then on Tuesday and Thursday will be either Zatsudans or Minecraft, or something much more comfier and cozier that'll be easier to consume at later time zones. I think you adjusted before, but wouldn't alternating mornings make you sleep a little wonky? Just always take care of yourself. I think it'll be fine, because right now my sleep on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays is already the same thing. It's like I do a evening stream on Wednesday, and then I do a morning stream on Tuesday. Or on Thursday. So I'm kind of used to that already, but this will just give me more time to rest up during off days, and a lot more time and hours just to like start recording a lot more things. Because one thing I really want to do is, how should I say this? Before the night. Oh, that's right. We have to finish before the night too. Oh gosh. See, now this. This is the problem. We have so many games, but like not enough. Okay. I'm going to throw this out here as like I'm looking for, but I cannot promise I will utilize. All right. I am looking for more authors who do commercial commissions for scripts and dialogue, specifically for ASMR, like scenarios or visual novels, and audio dramas. I'm looking for commission work specifically, so someone who already has like a terms of service, who has a business email address, and so on. And the reason why is I want to start pushing my like audio content a bit more. So imagine like we didn't finish. Hopefully we're going to finish Pet Shop After Dark tomorrow. That's the hope. But yeah, so I'm currently looking for people who already have commissions open. But I want to start doing more of that. So I'm putting out this as like a general call. If you have any recommendations, or if you know someone who may have good content, please like send me their portfolios or like their writer websites and all that. So like leave them in the comments, or reply to me after the stream during the end stream tweet. So I'm looking for those right now. I think right now I just kind of want to get a good collection of scripts. And the big thing that I worry about is that I already have one script writer, and I have been asking for way too many scripts from her, and I worry that I'm gonna end up causing creative burnout. So I don't want to like completely drain this one author's creative juices. So I do want to like start looking for more. That being said, this is simply just like me looking for authors out there. So if I do not select you or your friend or someone that you may know, please do not take it personally. It's just I'm looking for a particular type of content, and I just want to make sure that I have like a good like a group of people that I can like look into and see whether the portfolio matches or not. But yeah. But yes, thank you so much for listening to that. That's really the second like big thing I have out there, which is kind of like where I want to go with the content that I do. So if you would be able to like put your feelers out, collective, I would very much appreciate it. But yeah, I do I do want to make it very clear that these are going to be like commercial commissions. So please like make sure that they have like a business set up, like they have their own like PayPal business accounts, or like however they handle their finances. As much as I would like to take like just random fan art and like, or not fan art, fan fiction, or like just creative work, like writing works, I do want to make sure that like we can get you, one, we can get you paid, and two, that it is okay to enter into those commission deals with you, like i.e. you are not a minor, because we can't commission art from, or we can't commission scripts from minors. So please make sure that they do check all those boxes. Church Shinri's cheeks, thank you for the super chat. You could ask Fauna for her source. She is an ASMR god. I feel like it's a little bit of a faux pas to ask a senpai directly like that. I don't know. I worry. I haven't really like interacted with my senpais in that way. But I feel that the specific content would be different. It's not, I have like listened to Fauna senpai's like ASMR. It's not necessarily the type of content that I'm looking for. So there's like a very, like, I don't know how to describe it. There's a very different style that I'm looking for, but yeah. I hope you find a good source. Yeah. It would be that the script would be better tailored to you. Yeah, if it was more tailored to the type of content that I do and like the personality that I have, it'll be a lot easier to like deliver those lines. Do you know what you're looking for? Yes. I am hesitant to say, because I feel like if I said it on stream, then like people would try to tailor like portfolio examples specifically for me. And I don't want to really like lead on anyone in that way. I kind of want to see what kind of content they're good at making just in general, and see whether or not that is like the type I'm like fitting for. Roxyox, thank you so much for the super chat. When are you going to collab with Kobo? I have no idea. Thank you for the super chat. Don't spoil it. Yeah, no spoiling, not yet. For those of you who have purchased the Valentine's Day voice pack, I think they're done. I think the sales are done. I'm not sure. Done or almost done. Last week? I forget. Like if you have seen and listened to the Valentine's Day voice packs, that is like probably the limit. The furthest limit I would push it with. Like that itself would be like anything that way, and then like gradient wise towards the say so line. That would be like where I would say. So if you are familiar with the voice pack and the content that is included in the voice pack, it's from that point on and then to the say so side. No, so like nothing further to the other side from that point on. S in Shinri is for say so, right? All right, so that is it. Really, at the moment. But yeah, so big announcement is I'll be dropping down the number of streams. We'll be taking away Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, and then Wednesday, I think, and then we'll be moving Wednesday's stream over to Tuesday, or Wednesday's evening stream. All right. I'll make an announcement about this. I'll draw a picture so it'll be easy to look at. And then I'll also have like an update for the schedule so that it is easy to read. But thank you. Just wanted to give everyone a little heads up on that one. I may end up using the other version of my schedule just to like make it easy to like see visually that I'm like alternating time slots. But we will deal with that as we go through it. Use Excel for peak infographics, right? Sammy Enigma, thank you so much for the super chat. No idea what's talking about, but I wanted to let you know you're an inspiration to have a wonderful time. So thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. What are you sipping today? I am sipping water with blueberry enhancer. It's like a little juice that you like a little juice concentrate that you squirt into the thing. Spicy water, no, not this time. Not right now, at least. He's drinking the koi pond water. They're not like, it's not like water juice. It's like a little, like one of those like enhancer squirts. Like they come in bottle and they're like super concentrated, and then you pour a little bit into your bottle and then you shake it up and then it like makes it all like nice. Like Mio, yeah, like that. Except this is like a cheap version of Mio. Like very, very cheap. This is like the discount. Is blueberry your favorite flavor? It's whatever is on sale. Flavor drops, yeah. I don't have a particular like favorite flavor as long as it's not just bathtub water. Okay, so I have, let me explain. I have a Brita filter and I just pour the water from the bathtub. Yeah, so like the the big faucet in the bathtub, I just like pour the water from there and then I use a Brita filter and then I filter the water through that. Chad, it's fine. You can drink tap water. Tap water is okay. As long as it's filtered, right? As long as you have a good filter, make sure you change out your filters like every 2 months, depending on how frequently you use it. Why not the sink? One, the same pipe and the water goes to both of those, and two, my sink is too shallow. It doesn't fit the pitcher. I can't get the pitcher underneath it to work it. No, the sink does work. It's just I can't get the pitcher to fit underneath the faucet of the sink, chat. Okay. It's I get the pitcher, I take the lid off, I put it underneath the big faucet of the bathtub, and then I pour the water into the reservoir, and then the reservoir filters it through. Moosey, thank you so much for the super chat. Yummy bath water. It's filtered. It has a Brita pitcher filter on it. So it's good. You can pour it into the pitcher? No, because then you contaminate the water inside the pitcher. You have to put it on the reservoir, the filter reservoir first. Semi Enigma, welcome to the Collective. Welcome. You fill the cup and bring it to the water to the Brita. No, that takes forever. Oh my gosh! Here, let me explain. Here, I want to draw. Let's see if I can. Ow. Can I get my thing? Okay, here. Let me see. I wonder if I have like paint on here, or I mean like on OBS. Can I game capture paint? I don't think MS Paint allows for game capture. Specific window, untitled, paint. Oh, it doesn't work. Hang on. Wait. Allow transparency? Swingbo, thank you so much for the super chat. He's thinking smarter, not harder, right? Okay, here. It won't work. So I'll just draw it and then I'll like throw it up there. Baneza, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Drinking tap water in SCA will build your poison resistance. See, that's what I worry about, which is why I have the filter, okay? Let me draw it, okay? So my filter looks... Here, I'll have to draw it. Where's my... Oh no, hang on a minute. I think my tablet got unplugged. There we go. All right, so picture. Let me draw a picture. Where's picture? Picture. Looks like. Hang on. And then. water. Okay, so let me go and take a screenshot. So this is what it looks like, chat. Images, upload to OBS, screenshot. There. That's what it looks like. It's a picture with a reservoir on top of it. And like, you have to fill the reservoir up so that it filters through the little filter thing, right? Mademoiselle, thank you so much for joining the collective. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, so that's the thing. And because it's a big hunkin' picture, right? Yeah, exactly, like a Brita picture, right? It's a big hunkin' picture, right? So it doesn't actually fit into the sink because the sink is like... The sink looks more like this, where the... Here, let me take a screenshot of this one too, so I can show it off. All right, so there's the tub, right? But then if you put it with the sink, it doesn't fit because I can't put the Brita pitcher underneath the faucet of the sink, right? Got a shallow sink, yeah, it's way too shallow. But here's the thing is like they all come from the same water. Why is the sink so shallow? I think it's a trait of like sinks here in Utopia that they're just really small. Unlike the bathrooms over in Zenokuni, which have like, oh my gosh, the things in Zenokuni, did you know they have like, by default, most of the sinks that I've used have like those little not goosenecks, what are they called again? Like the stretchy things. You can like pull the faucet out and then like, it's like a hose, you know? Like those, I want those. But we don't have those here. Utopia has shallow sinks, right? They're like really terrible. But yeah, those I really love. I really love those because then you can take like the faucet, the head of the faucet, and then just like wash your dishes so effectively. It's so nice. Wings of Hope, thank you for the super chat. Gotta find you a new place with better internet providers and deeper kitchens. Secret Soup, thank you for upgrading to the to Pilgrim Koi. Okweri. There are people out there who are like, oh, when I get a house, I want to make sure that the kitchen is really big and that there's an island in the kitchen and that there's like a big, you know, space for like the kids in the living room and then a backyard that you can like grow plants in, right? Mine, I just want stable internet and a sink deep enough to fill a Brita pitcher in so that I don't have to keep drinking bathtub water. Prem, thank you for the super chat. Better sink funds. If I could just get one of those with like the hoses, I think that'll be more than enough because then it makes it very versatile. But like, oh my gosh, okay, one big thing that I want to do whenever I get the chance to like, if in the future I end up owning my own house, I just want to renovate the bathroom so that they resemble the bathrooms in Zenokuni a bit more. I just want those, you know? Like the tile all the way around, linoleum all the way around, so that when you want to wash, like there's a drain in the center of the bathroom that you can just like spray the entire walls with water and then like scrub it all down and then rinse it off and then it all just like drains out. It's amazing. It's so good. A complete wet room. Exactly. Owning a house in 2023. Yeah. Wet bathrooms are amazing. They are so easy to keep clean because all you need to do is just blast everything with water when you're done. Oh, it's so good. And then like most of the bathrooms back in Zenokuni would have like this little dehumidifier button that you would hit, and then it would just like turn on the fan and dehumidify the area so that the next time you use it, it was dry. It's very, very nice. Yeah. So for those who are not familiar, wet bathrooms are like bathrooms that are like intended to become completely wet. So like here in Utopia, there are bathrooms that like you're not supposed to get wet, like the floor, like you're not supposed to spill anything on the floor or else you have to like mop it up. In Zenokuni, they're intended to get wet and they actually have a drain in the center of the bathtub or like usually around the corners of center where if you do splash water on it, it just pours straight down the drain. So you can like Just spray the walls and the floor and then just wipe it all out. And then the water drains away. It's very, very easy. Incredibly convenient. Jupiter, thank you for the super chat. Bathroom renovation funds. Thank you, thank you. And Vix, thank you for the upgrade to Navigator Koi. Thank you, thank you. The floors aren't waterproofed and some are. Yeah. I think here in Utopia, the biggest thing that you see is like a toilet. And then like the toilet plumbing. But there is no like drain for just general water. The anime bathroom. They're just so convenient because you get to keep them clean, and I just love how easy it is to clean it all. Probably easier to wash your pets, right? You just lock in the bathroom and then just spray the entire room, pet and all, and they can't escape. Like somehow spas have the wet spa where it's just the bath portion, the regular spas, everything else. Yeah. Random question, is the image of your mug a monkey? Because it's staring at my soul. I can't stop staring at it. So, I have to be completely honest. It's my family crest. But beyond that, I don't know what it is. I think it looks like a monkey too. I was told that it's supposed to be like the face of a koi. But it looks more like a monkey to me. I just know it's my family crest. Like, hey, don't play me. I'm a Ronin. I wander around. I kind of like I left home after I went to Ronin school, and then I just became a Ronin, you know. So like, yeah, I know I've been told it is my family crest, but I've never really been explained. Or if they did, I wasn't paying attention and I forgot. So I think it looks like a monkey, but I think it's supposed to be a koi's face. But yeah. Ronin school, what do you learn there? How to walk around and not be lonely. It's how to be alone but not lonely is what we do. How to brood, right? It's like we have like posing classes where like they have to teach us how to pose so that when we're like standing underneath a tree when it's raining, it's like, all right, you got to turn your shoulders slightly over this way. You know, you want that 3/4 perspective. So when someone's looking at you from the back, they think, oh, wow, he's so mysterious, right? And from the front, you want to tilt your head down a little bit. Okay, here, let me see if we can get my hat on. Where is it? Where is my hat? Here, let me show you. Whoop. Oh no. Put that down. Where is this? Where is my hat? See, you gotta do it this way. Ignore the fact that my ears are like sticking out, but like, and they'll be like, whoa, who's this kakoi individual standing there under the tree being all like chuny, ooh, and and then like you like if someone comes up to you and like they're like a bad person, you'd be like, this town ain't big enough for the two of us, partner. Wait, sorry, that's a completely different accent. I don't even know. I don't know where the accent came from, but yeah. So something like that. Oh, here, let me turn the fire off so it's not as distracting, right? I think this is pretty great though. Like I have little vents in my hat for the ears, and then like the koi just sits on top of it, and like pilots me using those ears. Look at that. I think he's very cute. Oh, it's really cute. Algo's Red Mage, thank you for this. Okoye, thank you for re-upping the membership. What a mysterious individual. I think I might have character development before they leave town. But like, we learn how to pose, and we learn how to brood, be mysterious, and have an edgy backstory, even though we don't have an edgy backstory. And my edgy backstory is, it is too dark to say. Something like that. I don't know. I know that one's a cop-out, but like, you know, whenever they would ask us in class, that's what we would respond to. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, teacher, I can't tell you the project, the school report that I was supposed to do on the book. It was just, it's too dark. and it is a burning hatred in my soul. I can't do my homework. I'm too edgy. Annie Blush. Okoiri ears look like they're little fans from the koi on top of your... Aw, they're very cute little fans, right? Or like a little bow that's like dangling off of. It's too dark to say. Thank you so much for re-upping the membership. I have a deep, dark past. That I don't know. It's been so long since like I've like seen the edgy stuff that I don't know what the edgy stuff people say anymore. Hard to take that seriously with the cat ears on. Hey, the cat ears are important. Very aesthetic. They add a lot to the they are very important to the overall like the vibes. Very important. Absolutely necessary. The Canon memes add to the edginess too, right? The cat ear lore. Oh my gosh. I wish we had more like not just like straight up furries, but like more like animal ears. I think that'd be cute. Okay. So one of my things that I like really like, Ronin Adventures, The Return of Josuiji. Thank you for the super chat sign. Okay, like I want. Okay, so here's the thing. I think like ears, and like horns are pretty commonplace now, right? I think though we need more like wings. I think like head wings, is that what they're called? Head wings? I think like those are pretty cool. I want to get like, if I could get like a little headband with wings that like flap, I think that'd be great. So here's the thing, chat. The reason why I think head wings are really cool is because I think it would be very cute in a slice of life anime. And that's like really it. That's like the only real reason. Like I figured like, okay, like let's say this, right? Like if you're shy and you're embarrassed, right? Like let's say you get noticed by senpai, right? And then you get shy, what happens? You blush, right? And then the head wings will like cover your eyes. They'll flap over your eyes and they'll hide your face. Right? Like think about that. Just that scene on its own. Okay? Like you don't have to hide your face in your hands. You can just have the head wings cover your eyes for you. Like that, just that scene in my mind is so cute that I think like that's why. That's really it. It's the only right? Like I'm noticed by senpai, blush, and then like you close your eyes, but then like the head wings will cover your eyes for you. I think that's really cute. Or like when you get like a gift or something and you're like really excited, right? Then your head wings will like give away that you're like excited because they're like flap. They're like, you know, flapping in the wind very vigorously. I think like, what is it, like tails? I think tails are pretty common. Like there's not much you can do with tails, right? And they like, there's the generic like, oh, well, we're going to treat all the tails like puppy tails. Or like if you're excited, they like wag around. If you're sad, they kind of like droop down, right? But like head wings, I want more exploration into head wings, you know? A tsundere with head wings? Exactly, right? The trope, it works so perfectly with the trope. I think it's just very cute, you know? So like a tail but on your head. Yeah, they're a bit more, what's the word? It's a pra sound? Prehensile. You know, like a prehensile tail that's like, where did that accent come from? Prehensile tail, where it's like, you can use it a bit more than it's like that, right? But like with the wings, right? So they're more like extra limbs which is why you're able to like hide your face with the wings when you get shy and blush, or like, you know, flap them around when you get excited, right? Like that's what I think. Head wings flap. Like I want them to like shoot up straight when you're like scared, or like open wide, you know, like they like fluff up really big. Like you know how like parrots, whenever, or like birds in general, whenever birds in general get scared, they like puff up because they're like, oh, and then they like get really big and they like try to like scare off and intimidate people, but they just end up looking very cute, like that. But it's just wings goes, oh, and they puff up a little bit, you know. Imagine them blushing and their wings fluff up, right? Like I think that like, just that one little scene is what like makes me think those are really great. Cattail stand up when happy, wag when excited, flick when agitated, droop when intimidated, and floof when startled. I think the floofing part is great. I know like it's probably, it's not a good thing, but like I like seeing how much they can puff up. I think it's really cute. What color wings? I'm not sure if I'd be able to pick. I think they would just end up being like this black gray. Oh, wait. What if it was like, because I'm old, what if it was like black wings, but with like streaks of white gray feathers? Like, because old. You know, like how like the original design of, or not the original, but like like Reed Richards has like the silver streak in his hair to like show off that he's old, right? Like that, but like it'll be like gray and silver, like little streaks of feathers. I think that'd be really cool, because like you'd be able to show off the age with that too. Yeah. 38 old. Hang on, let me see if I can. No, I'm still pretty crunchy. The crunchiness tells me I am old. Wait, let me see. Yeah, I feel old. I might not be old, but I am, like, I feel the old. Also, it may be due to the fact that I have like an old chair that's like really bad. It's starting to fall apart nowadays though. Panstacular, Okoiri, because you're one of my bestest, because of you, one of my bestest friends started to watch VTubers. Thank you so much. We love you so much. Also, hi Beth. Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. And yeah, please do check out all the amazing talents all over. It's really cool. This is a exciting times for everybody. You overwork yourself? I feel like I have to. I keep mentioning this over and over again, but like, I don't know. I don't know when I'll feel like I can start slowing down, because I know that even with less streams, I'll just be using the free time that I do have to like do more stuff off stream. I don't know though. I just feel like I need to do more. Ram Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. Thank you for the chair funds. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Since you're 30, your next chair is going to be a rocking chair. Old man vibes. Oh, that'd be so cool. If I could have like a rocking chair, and then I would just like ASMR, just like rocking back and forth on the chair. And then you would just hear the creaking back and forth as it like rock. And I'd be like, back in my day, let me tell you what we used to do. We used to throw sticks into the river and thought that was entertainment because we didn't have internet back then. And then, I don't know, every episode we would watch a new season of Let's Throw Rocks Again, but this time, flat rocks. And other times, if we got especially lucky, it would be a big rock. And then we would go and try to make the big splash into the lake. And that would be it. I think the really cool thing is, like, if you throw a big enough rock into a lake, there is like a slap. Okay? Okay, wait. Chat. There's a sound when you throw a sizable enough rock into a lake, one that displaces enough water, right? There is like not the initial splash, right? It's the splash, and then as the rock goes down and creates that like recoil effect in the water, there's like that slap sound effect that shoots the water up. Like that one is satisfying. The second slap, oh my god, like the second noise, like that one is really satisfying, especially if you get like a big enough rock and it makes that like spike of recoil like happen. Oh my god, it's so cool. Look at thunk, right? It's the bloop. Yeah, the big bloop. I have no idea. Like, I have no idea how to like recreate that sound, but it's like a very specific sound effect that happens whenever you throw something sizably big enough into it. And that used to be what we did. Thinking about it now, it's like wild how it's like, oh, that's what we used to do, didn't we? We used to just go throw things. Why? Because there was nothing else to do. You would just pick things up and throw them, and then you would make games based off like the accuracy or the distance that you would throw up. It'd be one of those two things, right? And then that'd be it. And then the internet happened. And then we got very good at formatting our PCs, because we would download like Linkin Park in the end.mp3.exe.exe, and then crazy things would happen on their PCs. This is why whenever I have like tech issues on my computer, I never freak out, because I'm like, oh, I've seen this before. I know how to handle like PCs going on the fritz. So imagine throwing a rock into a lake and somehow hitting a fish. Oh no. I think most fish are fast enough to avoid it unless you like threw it directly at the fish. What have you downloaded? I've downloaded many files. Like, not now. I don't do that anymore, because like, I don't think you can find those anymore. But like back then, back in those days, it was always fun. You're like, I want to look for this song, and I've heard it on the radio a couple times, and I want to search for it. So you do, and then you find all these files. They're like, I don't know, like 40 megabytes or something. Like they're biggish, you know? They're like chunky, and you're like, that's weird. A music song file shouldn't be this big, and music files don't usually end up in an exe extension, but oh well, you know, it's people on the internet, so they must be telling the truth, right? They say it's a song, so it's gotta be the song. myimmortal.mp3.exe, right? And then you play it and you're like, oh, this is not a song. This is not a song at all. I think the worst virus, or like malware, I guess would be the proper term of it. The worst one that I got was, if I have to think about it, it wasn't even like one of those like not safe for work malware things. It was just a malware that would like bring up the, like a sound file. It wasn't a sound thing. It was like it was just like cartoonish avatar that would make like a loud noise constantly, and you couldn't be able to close it out. That's all it would do. I forget what that one is, but that's the one that I remember. Like every single time you try to close it, it would just like pop back up and then make a loud noise, and then it would like multiply over and over again on your screen until your PC like slow down. Meowser Okoidi. Reminding you of the days of LimeWire, right? Bonzi Buddy? No, it wasn't Bonzi Buddy. It was it was malware. I think Bonzi Buddy was just like bloatware instead. But yeah, it was I only had a couple of like not safe for work ones, but those are pretty easy to remove. The others, you just reformatted the PC. And then like Papa Suiji would be like, why is this PC like never saving any of the files? And then I think personally chat, I think that is what actually got my father into the habit of backing up files every single time consistently, because he would come back from work and then the PC would be reset to like the default factory version of Windows 95 or 90, like ME or whatever it was back then, you know? So for him, he would have to like constantly back up all of his files, because I would be the one that would like ruin the computer and then like reformat the entire thing all the way back to factory settings. But like, he doesn't need to know that. He doesn't need to know that. It's okay. It's a good habit that he has built up, you know? It worked out in the end. So I think to this day, he still like meticulously backs up all of his files. What is this thumbnail? Exactly. So the secret that I reveal here about me being the one to like completely destroy the family computer and reformat it constantly, he'll never click on this video because he'll never see it. He'll be like, oh, what's that? Cake. Not my thing. And then he'll move on, right? He'll never click it, never get to this part. See, chat, it is all planned. It is big brain. This is what I do. I reveal very personal parts of my life that I have not told anyone. And then I hide them behind thirst trap thumbnails. And then no one clicks them besides people who want to be thirst trapped. And then surprise, it's not a thirst trap. It's just comfy vibes and really very personal stories of Shinri from the past, right? 3-2-1 rule 3 backup copies 2 media types 1 offsite. That's a little extreme, but yes, that's a pretty good way to go for it. Thank you for the super chat, Alice. Thank you. I have like 2 hard drives right now. Lini, Okoiri, all according to Keikaku, yeah. Welcome back to the Koilete. Hope you continue to enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. I have 2 external hard drives right now. Both of them are 2 terabytes. I got them on sale from Black Friday, like $35, $40 each. They're like Western Digital. They're green. 2 terabyte hard drives, green. But I have like this external hard drive bay that I like stick them into, and then they just connect by USB to my PC, and then just have those like back up everything, regularly. I like save all my photos in there and like all the resources. I want to go get like a second hard drive. One of the hard drives I have actually failed a while back, and I just have not replaced it at all. But I do want to get another hard drive for like explicitly just going out and like downloading copies of like stock sound effects and like stock images for use in my audio drama recording voices stuff and stuff, things like that. Hanuman, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Video content production takes up a ton of space. It really does. I think for me, each like 3-hour stream is close to 8 gigabytes. I think. I like staff-san actually wanted me to stream at a certain bit rate, but I know that my connection isn't as stable, so I dropped it down a little bit. So I actually stream at a slightly lower bit rate than most of the other boys do. But even then, like, it adds up and it's very chunky. I think like we're recommended to go for like 10,000, but I stream closer to like 850, or no, 8,500, mostly because like network stuff. But like even then, there's issues, you know. But like that still ends up becoming very, very chunky with each stream. So yeah, there was a time when I was like, I'm gonna go and like save a copy of every single stream I do and then go through them all and make clips for myself and then edit them and then throw those up on social media. And then I just never did because I'm just so tired all the time. But I do have like a lot of my old files, also the archive here on YouTube too, if I want to just download the file over again, if a drive crashes or something like that, you know. But also mood. Yeah, it's rough, chat. I mean, part of it is like, hopefully starting next week with a lighter schedule, it'll be a lot easier to adjust it, all of that. Curse of an overachiever. Seriously. Okay, so like, let me explain a little bit. When it comes to like us as like Tempus, the boys, headquarters and like Vanguard. I guess like, how would I phrase this? There is like this preconceived notion that like, oh, you know, like no matter what you do, you'll be successful because you're in like Tempus. Like I know I've seen that comment quite a lot. But it really is a lot of work for some of us. I think like if you like do very well, then you can take it easy. But like for the rest of us, we kind of have to put in like the time and the effort to like really push content out to like establish ourselves. And then once we've established ourselves in the audience that we're aiming for, like really dig deep into that and like get good at that, you know, particular type of content. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we want to do, and like I'm here for the boys, and we like do talk about this every now and then about like how to help each other out to like focus our content and make sure that we're aiming for the right things that we want to do, you know, avoid the not so uncomfortable, or avoid the uncomfortable stuff, and then all that. But I don't know, coming after the headquarters boys, I feel like the climb for us is a bit more challenging than it was for headquarters. Like I know like they do amazing work and they do amazing content, and because I've been watching them since their own debuts. I've been following along with how like they've grown and all that. But I think for us, we have a different I'm thinking of a word. It has an sound in it, but I don't know what the word is. We have like a different set of circumstances, I guess. But yeah. Challenge, it's not necessarily challenge. It's that like it feels like we need to crawl more intently. We had to like be more deliberate in order to like I think that's it. Just like we just need to be a bit more deliberate about the things that we do and the way that we do them compared to the HQ boys. That's not to say that the HQ boys are like slacking off or anything. Like they do amazing work in their own right, but they do have like that 6-month head start above us. So I don't know, like the fact that we're so close, like we hang out on the Discord occasionally. Like the Vanguard boys are like, and I are like super. Actually, I'm pretty sure like at this point the Discord is basically just us Vanguard boys. But like leading up to debut, like the HQ boys and I would like hang out, and we would all just like talk about things and that. I guess like because of how close we are with the HQ boys, it feels like we have more to prove to get to where they are, even though I know that they've had like 6 months ahead of us, you know? Like because of how close we are, I feel like we just got to keep working harder to like get to where they are now, to like really be seen as equals. I think like that's why like we're pushing ourselves a lot. Hey. Speaking of, hello Axel. Welcome Axel. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good stream, Axel. Welcome Axolotls. I hope you are ready for like a massive whiplash in mood, because we're gonna be going comfy today, comfy and cozy. But yeah, I mean like that's kind of what I'm saying. Like that's one of the big reasons why it feels like we need to do more and like keep pushing ourselves. We just, you know, I mentioned this a while back, but like the people that you hang around with and the people that you associate with and interact with on a daily basis, you know, it's not necessarily your friends, right? But it's just the people that you find yourself around a lot, and seeing where they are, seeing how much they've accomplished, what kind of stuff they do, it makes you want to do more, because you can see them and be like, oh wait, they can do that, maybe I can do that too, and it pushes me, you know. So seeing where the HQ boys are now, it's like, oh, you know, I can probably do that too. The only thing is like, it takes time, but I'm impatient. So I want to do more in a shorter period of time to just get there, you know, get to where they are. Hard work inspires hard work. Something like that, yeah. I feel like if the people that I surrounded myself were like a lot more content with their life circumstances, then that pressure, the peer pressure of like maybe we should do more, doesn't really hit, you know? Like if I see someone out there who's like working really hard and doing good, you know, making good content, doing lots of fun stuff and like engaging with the audience, it makes me think, all right, cool, like, well, what can I do to do that kind of stuff too, right? There's a little bit of that FOMO that drives you to also like work harder and keep pushing yourself. As long as you're not pushing yourself too hard. I guess for me, like, I don't know. As a Ronin, I didn't really have that many people to like compare myself to. So coming here to Tempus, it's like being surrounded with people who are like really talented and really skilled. So it's a little bit of a, I want to learn from everyone. And I don't know how far I can push myself, because I haven't really had the opportunity to do this. I have not had the opportunity to do so to this degree yet. So it's like a little bit of a self exploration moment, like a chance for me to like learn more about myself and where I am. Like, I'll be completely honest, I also fall victim to things like jealousy or like envy or just like pettiness, you know, like I do experience those emotions, but like I know like feeling those emotions are like, you know, they're part of the human condition. So Runner, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Thank you. Really appreciate those. Can we get some hearts? We already have the hearts. Hearts in chat for the gifted memberships. If you receive one, enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I want to, if I feel those, I don't think it's like a bad thing. Like okay, so here's my take on it. If I see someone and I am jealous of some aspect of them, you know, I feel that's more of a reflection on me as a person and my values, you know? Like, if I see that they are, you know, doing something, you know, really cool, and like a lot of people are like celebrating and cheering for them, and then I'm like, oh, like I'm jealous about that one, right? I think that says more about me and like the value that they are celebrating that I haven't been able to celebrate on my own, you know? Because there are things that people do that like are really cool, or like they have been able to achieve that are like really cool, but like I don't feel jealous about those. Some things, you know, I feel jealous about other things. And I think that jealousy is a good way for me to like analyze myself and be like, why does this one here seem to impact me more than say this other thing, which, you know, is also an accomplishment, but does not impact me as much. So it's more of like I think it's because they have succeeded in a value that I hold that I have not been able to succeed in. Or something like that. There's probably a better way to phrase it, but like that's kind of, I feel like, a better way to treat those emotions, you know? Like for example, like when I get angry, I don't get mad and frustrated at things like video games, but I do get mad and frustrated at things like miscommunication, and that's because it's a value. It's like a big value to me. Like for example, I don't like filters or like things that change the meaning of whatever you say, right? So a big example, a long time ago, like 7, 8, 9 years ago, Google had this funny April Fool's prank, giant like air quotes prank, right? Where every single email that they sent out would end or automatically append a GIF of a minion doing a mic drop. right? That was a prank that that Google had on their Gmail emails as like an April Fool's, like, haha, it's a funny joke, right? But they never conveyed that to anyone. So people were sending messages to their bosses, you know, saying things like, hey, I'm sick, I can't show up to work today, or maybe offering condolences to someone who has passed away. And then it would append the image with a picture of a minion mic dropping. Yeah, that was bad. That is like taking a message and then obscuring it in a very, very bad way. Like, that's specifically like something I don't like. How did they get away? They did not. They got so many complaints that they got rid of it in like the first hour or something like that. It's somewhere, like, you can Google that. It was like ironically, yes, you can Google it. There was a really bad April Fool's pranks. But yeah, like, communication for me is very important. So like, when I say things, I want to say things that I mean, and I want to say them in the way that I mean them. And if someone takes a message I have and then like twists the meaning to something that I did not intend to say, I get very frustrated. And then, like, those are the things that will make me mad. You know, like, if I say A and then you take it and then someone's like, oh, well, Shinri said B, right? And then we'll be like, oh, well, it's similar to A. It's not quite, but like, it's basically what you said, but just, you know, different. I get really frustrated at that, because to me, clear communication is a big value. And things like that, you know. So I feel like these emotions are a good way to reflect on yourself. And if I react strongly to something, I think it's a good way to like let myself know, like, oh, maybe this is a big, important part of my life, important part of my like morals or values, or just like what I think is important as a person, you know. Important to see that new goals to improve oneself. In the end, we're all wanting to become a betterment of ourselves to get to the goals that we want to achieve. Inspiration. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. It's taken me a long time to get to this, because it's very easy for, like, even now, honestly, it's very easy to like be there and like experience an emotion, a very strong emotion, and then just get overwhelmed in experiencing that emotion. But in my like 30 years, I've like learned to experience the emotion and then let myself feel it, just process it for the moment, but then also say, all right, Shinri, you've had enough time. You're done being angry. Let's step back and let's figure out why we're angry about this. And I think that has been like a very big part of like just me growing personally, because I'm learning more about like, you know, what values I think are important to me just through that, you know. And there was a time when I used to just completely suppress all emotions, right? Like, I'll never feel angry, I'm not going to feel frustrated and all that. But what I found out myself was it was very difficult to like suppress just the negative emotions. When I was like suppressing those bad emotions, I also found out that I would like unintentionally suppress the positive emotions too, to the point where I would just feel all these emotions, but they were all just a muted version of themselves. When I was angry, I wasn't as angry. When I was sad, I wasn't as sad. When I was happy, I wasn't as happy. Everything just became slightly muted shades of gray, of like, I don't know, of fog, you know, of like an emotional fog where you couldn't really tell, there wasn't enough contrast in the different emotions, you know? So like, instead of trying to like suppress it all, I'm letting myself feel it and asking why. But going back to like the main point above the sub point of a sub point of a sub point. Like, I don't know. It's easy to like fall victim to like, you know, these emotions when you're comparing yourself to someone else. And my comparisons are just like between me and like the HQ guys, because, you know, they've had a head start on this. And I'm just thinking like, how can I get to where they are? And whenever I do feel jealous about something that they've done or are able to do, I'm like, so that's an important thing that I want to value, or apparently I do value, you know? So it's like a little bit of a, what was it? I don't know, enlightening moment. I'm learning, it's a fun little journey that I'm having to learn more about myself after thinking that I'm done learning for so long. It's a weird way to put it. I hope that made sense. It's like a revisiting of who I am and the values that I hold by like examining these things. I know some people have already gone through it, and like at this point in their lives are like, oh yeah, I'm already set. I've already gone through that journey too. But I don't know. For me, like, I'll say like around the age of like 27, around the age of 27 or 25, I thought I knew everything about myself. I thought I'm like, I'm Shinri. I'm 27 years old. I know everything, right? And then now in like these past, couple of years being here and like just like meeting the boys too in Tempus, like I'm learning that there's a lot more to me that I'm learning. It's a little scary though. Like what if my tastes are cringe? Like what if I think I am my own cringe when I discover this part of me that I have not like checked into or like looked into over like 30 years? Like, oh look, that's the dark part of Shinri's psyche. Like we don't go to the dark part of Shinri's psyche, and then when you go there, it is just like, I don't know. What's a cringe thing? Cringe thing, parentheses, insert cringe object here. There we go, something like that. I don't know. Just embrace the cringe. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do too, Like, I don't know, maybe like inside my headspace, there's like an abandoned warehouse. And then like in the corners are like various versions of like me, of like little Shinris. And they're all like huddled together and scared. Like, oh no, like we haven't had the time to like be discovered and develop and grow and all that, Life is short, be cringe and be free. Gotta embrace everything about yourself. Yeah. I think that's one of the big things, right? Like, I know that's that meme, the joke about like, oh, I can fix him or I can fix her, or like, those things, right? But like, I'm sure people have that, but pointed inwards, like, oh, I can fix this part of me, I can like change this part of me, like I can do that. I'm pretty sure there is a side of like, instead of outwardly saying I can fix them, it's I can fix me. And like, until I fix myself, I will not go outside, I will not socialize, I have to like perfect myself first. And I know how like risky that is, because I did something like that like back in college. Tea time, thank you for the super chat. Honestly, I think your 30s is the best. I'm almost 32, learning so much about myself and happier. Right? I think at this point it's like we care less, I think, at this point. Like, honestly, for me, like comfort. Like one thing, like fashion is great and all, but sweatpants, like come on. Sweatpants, right? Like I will go grocery shopping, it's sweatpants. I just won't care anymore, because like why would I bother dressing up for people like that? They'll never see me, Like I'm just gonna get some like raggedy shirt that has like stains on it, that has like a whole bunch of coffee spills, sweatpants, like maybe sneakers, or like even just like flip-flops if I don't care at that point, right? Like I find that I really value comfort than trying to like look good, and like I'm not gonna put on a dress shirt to go out shopping for, I don't know, what did I go shopping for last time? Zucchini and cucumbers, like I'm not gonna look amazing buying vegetables. Like I'm not gonna turn that into an event. I just want to go out there, get my vegetables, get my salad mix, get my balsamic vinegar, then get back home and eat them. I don't know, man. I don't know. Veggie fashion, right? Gotta dress up for the produce aisle, right? Oh my goodness. If I had like nothing to do with my life, if I had all the time to be like, I want to dedicate this entire day to getting dressed up and like, you know, fancying myself up to go to like the local, like, I don't know, the veggie aisle in the grocery store and then just like pose and take pictures or something. Quinto Locoidi, thank you so much for viewing the membership. Never have I felt more Are You Me than I do with you, Shinri. Thank you for the cozy streams. Ah, of course, of course. The grocery store, right? Like, when you look like that, you look good in anything. Ah, thank you. Nah, I don't think so, but thank you, thank you. Thank you, San. Really appreciate the super chat. I don't know. For me, I think maybe getting old is nice in the sense that like because I've stopped caring more about like what people think, I've had the like more opportunity to spend that brain power on what I think, you know, the things that I enjoy, and then be like, all right, well, I know this is really cool on social media, but I don't care about that. I want to focus on this other thing that makes me happy, and then I'll focus on that, you know? Like, I worry less about the opinions of strangers at this point. And it's, I don't know, it's like a very fun way to like discover yourself again, be like, oh, so these are what makes me really happy, and these are what makes me really excited about something, right? To be fair, it's not like, what was that? I remember like when I was in college, there was this whole like movement about like how not to give a heck, where it was like, oh, you gotta be like a badass, like this is when like the word alpha, like the alpha male, like gigantic air quotes, used to like start taking off, right? Like that's what I saw back in college, you know? And it'd be like, oh, like you have to learn how not to give a heck about anyone's opinions, and you gotta be an alpha and all this stuff. And it's just like, no, you're just acting like a jerk to everyone and then claiming it's, you know, being badass. Like, no, you know. So it's not that, right? It's not like being disrespectful and rude to people, you know. Like, it's not that kind of not caring. Now that's cringe. I would say like like, I'm sure there was like a meaning in there, but like the things that I saw were not reflective of like any good intention. It was just like, be a jerk and be an unapologetic jerk. And it was just that. And I was like, nah, that's not, no, I don't think that's okay. Common courtesy should always remain. Yeah. Alpha is based off of a disproven scientific study, right? I'm pretty sure it was like measured only in like captive wolves and only like a very, very tiny sample size or something. I'm too crunchy to care. Felt. Mood and felt. I remember those days. It was everywhere. Like, it was, I don't know. College was a very strange time back then. Closest thing to alpha and pecking order, chickens. Chickens are cute though. I like chickens. They're really cozy and comfy. I want to pick up a chicken. I hear chickens are very warm. Like, I want to scoop a chicken, you know? Kip Chicky, thank you so much for the super chat. People as a whole are 100% more concerned with what you think of them than they with what they think of you. It's hard to accept, but it hits you sometime. You realize it's true and very freeing. Yeah. Oe, thank you so much for being re-upping the membership. Okoiri, pecking order. Okay, no, I think, all right, chat, I mean this, right? Every single bird, all right? Every single bird. Well, not all the birds, okay? Like the one I'm thinking about right now is like I forget. But most birds, all right? A majority of birds are like perfectly scooped shaped, all right? If you see a bird, right? And you see how like smooth their chest is and how they have that like the pudgy S shape. I think it's called a wug. WUG is how you say it, but it's like wug, right? But if you look up a wug, right, they all have that wug-like shape, and it makes it perfect for like grabbing your hands and then scooping them underneath and then just like picking them up. Yeah. It's a wug. You can go Google it right now. It's a very distinctive like shape, and then you can imagine like grabbing your hand and like scooping them from the front, right? Yeah. They're very cute. You can like scoop them up, right? Like a duck. Yeah, they're very scoop shaped, right? I think like ducks, quails, most birds in general, especially the ones that walk, have like a very grand, like scoopable, a very like perfect scoopable shape. Like pigeons too, when they sit down, you can like just like grab your hand and like scoop them up. Can you scoop an ostrich? I don't think my hands are big enough for an ostrich. Maybe an emu, not an ostrich. Ostriches are too big. You can hug I've seen a picture of someone hugging an ostrich, and like they will like lilt their necks over you, and I thought that was very cute. It's very adorable. Like you hug them, and then they'll like lean their head over you, and their long necks kind of like wrap around you a little bit. Like they just kind of drape over your shoulder because like it's very long. I don't know. It's very cute. It's very cute. Scoop the baby chicks at school. Right? Those are so small. I've hugged an ostrich before. They're fluffy. Oh, I want to go hug an ostrich. I imagine them to be very fluffy. I imagine them to be also very warm because of how big they are. I have this general idea that like things that are bigger are usually warmer. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but like that's how it works in my head. I can imagine Shinri holding Hakka and Betelgeuse. Right? I can imagine that too. Like, oh my goodness. We were talking about this the other day in the Discord, like a month ago. One of my favorite fan art pieces of Hakka is Hakka as that like gigantic round chunky bird. It's like it looks almost like a perfect circle except for like the head. It's just round. It takes up the entire image. It's purple, it's round, and just very chunky. It's just like one of my favorite fan arts of Hakka because it's just a big round circular puff ball. It's so cute. Crusader, thank you for the super chat. I'm here to ask, what on earth is this thumbnail and why? Don't be distracted by that. We're here to Zatsu. They're just really cute birds. I love birds. I forget where I was going with this whole thing. I don't know. Let's see what else is there. Oh, okay. Another thing that I was going to mention, I realized I started talking about this and then I just never actually got to it. Moving forward, because we will have less total number of streams, we'll also have less opportunities to like get through games. So, I think moving forward, I don't know what we'll do, but after these set of games, so A Space for the Unbound, Night in the Woods, Resident Evil 7, and Before the Night, once we get through those games, what I'm thinking of doing is starting to do like polls, like weekly polls to see which games we want to play, because we only will have a limited number of streams, so the number of games that we'll be able to get through will also be limited. So I want to see if we can get those through. I'm not really sure exactly how I want to do those. I think I might go like a poll of like 3 games for Monday, a poll for like 3 different games for Wednesdays, and then Fridays, and then we'll kind of like rotate them through. I'm not really sure how I want to do those because I want to make sure that everyone gets a chance. Like if the game that you want me to play doesn't get selected, I still want to give you a chance to like vote for those again in the future. I just haven't really decided on exactly what we're going to do right now. And I think I won't until like next week. Because I want to finish A Space for the games that we already have going on right now. A Twitter poll. I want to do both a Twitter poll and a YouTube community poll because I know there are users who use one website but not the other. Also, like to give time between like when the poll goes out and when the results are collected. Yeah. I don't know, Chad. I want to make more audio things. I want to do more things with my voice. And I also want to stream more games. But I also want to do more Zatsu downs with everyone and just like get to know everyone and like the community, the koi community and all that. But I just, there's not enough time to do everything, chat. There's not enough time. I just had the, wait, did I update my like waiting room or not the waiting, the koi pond? I think I did. I don't remember. More Zatsus. I do want to do more Zatsus. I think Zatsus are pretty fun. I just like need time to like actually prepare them and get my stories in order. I feel like I've told a lot of my stories already, but in like little bits and pieces, and I don't know. So many stream ideas, so little time on the schedule. Yeah. Please do the waiting room. I think I do have a waiting room. Excuse me. The koi pond. It's like scheduled for like March 2025. Thoughts are fun, right? I think it's really fun just talking and just, you know, shooting the breeze with everybody. Alice, Okoiri, you have plenty of time with us, Shinri. We're not going anywhere, so please take care of yourself. Thank you. This guy, hello. Thank you so much for the super chat. Have you been doing your part? Have you been squishing bugs? Why not become a Starship Trooper? Service guarantees. Service guarantees citizenship. I'm doing my part. Thank you for the super chat. Oh my god. Starship Troopers, that opens up like a really big core memory in my life. Okay, wait, since it's on my mind right now, I used to play the use map settings game, Starship Troopers on StarCraft Brood War for like literal hours. I don't know, something about it, like the idea of having a bunker and like defending from like waves and waves of like aliens, like alien bugs. I don't know. It scratched a part of my childhood brain that I loved. I just like could not get enough of it. And then like for a brief period of time when I was an adolescent, I was playing like Call of Duty, Black Ops, the zombie mode only, exclusively nothing else but the zombie mode in Call of Duty. I don't know. There's something really like that like scratches my head, the spot in my head. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Chad, does anyone know? I'm sure there's like a scientific reason for why this type of like stuff is like really engaging. But I don't know. It's just any kind of zombie mode where like you're defending a fortified position and then you're just shooting like hordes and hordes of like monsters and zombies and bugs that are coming at you, right? Like something about that just like scratches the itch very well. I love it. I don't know why specifically. Like I know my friends, I have a friend who's like super into balloons. Balloons? Or is it just balloons? Tower defense. The one where like you throw like little pins at balloons and you pop them. So like I had a friend who was like super into tower defense, but I never really got into tower defense. I don't know why. It never clicked with me in the right way. I really liked having like a base that's being under attack and assaulted by like insects. Like I don't know why that specifically, like it's similar to tower defense, you know, but it's not quite the same, you know. I think like I don't know, the idea of having like a pathway that like the balloons travel through and like there's like an optimal way to place your like the monkeys and all that, like it's too easy to min-max when it comes to like just defending like from an open plane a swarm of insects, right? Then it's like a different thing. It's a different challenge, and I like that a lot more. Blue Mantis, thank you for the super chat. The Wolf: Ecology and Behavior of an Endangered Species by author David Meck. Since then, Meck has repeatedly asked the publisher to stop printing the book and the info is outdated, is the concept behind Alpha Wolf. Ah, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for letting us know. Holdout games that have more hands-on feel, right? Especially when it's like in first person or like in third person even. Like, it's really nice. I think like the top-down view of like StarCraft was really impressive when you saw like the sheer number of like the Zerg that were like coming at you. Like, oh, that looks so cool, right? But like there's something different when you're like in the field, and you know, first person, third person, your camera's close to the ground and you're looking over and you see the horizon. It's all dusty because of all the dust that's been kicked up from the running monsters and zombies and stuff like that. There's I remember, when was it? 2012? 2013? 14? I forget. There was like a time around then where like every single developer was coming out with like survival open world crafting horror zombie apocalyptic games. Like every single game had crafting, every single game had zombies, every single game had that, and none of them did it well. I don't know why. None of them did it well. I didn't like it. I wanted like to be able to like build up a fortress and like defend ourselves from zombie attacks, but like it never worked that way. I don't know why. The zombie trend, yeah, there's just so many. There's so many. Cash grabs, yeah. I hate to admit it, but I did fall for like a handful of cash grabs. I would see one and I'd be like, well, this only costs like $9, so like it's probably gonna be okay. I'd play it and just be like, oh no, it's so bad, and I wouldn't be able to refund it because it played over the 2-hour limit on Steam. But yeah, I don't know. I want to get back into it. There's still that part of my brain that has like that nice itch that gets scratched whenever you're like building up, I guess. Like what is it, like when Magni Bettel and I were playing Valheim. Like there's that initial moment when you're like struggling and trying to get yourself established that like feels really good. It like you're going around, you're scavenging for materials, you're piecing things together, and you're like barely able to scrape by, but like it feels like you're making good progress, right? Like you're making expeditions into a dangerous location and then grabbing a whole bunch of rare resources and then trying to get out safely, right? I love that stuff. But then like too many games only care about that initial burst, and then like once you have a base set up, the rest of the game becomes too easy, and it's just it becomes really sorry, my brain is working faster than my mouth can speak. After that point, it becomes too easy to just coast, you know? And I haven't seen really many games that are able to balance that like difficulty curve, but I do want to see more of that. This guy, thank you for the super chat. Just note there's a Starship Troopers RTS game that released last year on Steam, was rated very well. Ooh, I'll have to take a look at it. I don't know if we have perms for it. Latest obsession, Project Zomboid. I think the boys still need to play through that. I don't know about that. I'm not sure if the Vanguard boys will be playing into it. I haven't heard much talk about that from the Vanguard boys. I know like it was a thing that the HQ boys did for a while, but then like afterwards, I don't know. Haven't heard much about that. No real updates. So yeah. Sorry, my brain thinks too fast for my mouth sometimes, and like it ends up like running into. I do the thing where you like you like smash words together. Like if you want to say like goodbye and thank you, and then you just say like good thank. Like it I don't know, my brain does that a lot. Where it like combines two words and then you just say something really weird. Or like it goes on autopilot and then it just like I see a comment and then I'll automatically respond to it. Like, enjoy your meal, you too. And it's like, oh no, did I just say that to the waitress? Did I just say that again? You know, like, I don't know. It's like a habit. Not even a habit, a compulsion to like say things in response to like an activator phrase. Enjoy the movie. Yeah, you too, right? At the movie theaters. Oh my gosh. Because like you just want to be like, you want to be polite, right? And they're saying something nice to you, right? And you're like, hey, let me say something nice back. And like usually, like, hey, I like your shirt. You'd be like, yeah, cool. I like your pants. Your shirt too, you know? Something like that, right? But then when it's like a one-sided transaction of like, enjoy the movie, right? Because they're not going to watch the movie. They're working at the stand, right? You still want to say things back, and like responding, you too, is like ingrained in our like mind as a response that you can say to something nice. I'll never forget the day my cousin wished me a happy birthday, so I wished him happy birthday as well. Oh my gosh. I like your face, and then run off. I always say thank you instead of saying you're welcome, or vice versa. Oh, I've had a couple of those too. Meanwhile, Malaysia, thank you. And then us to the cashier, thank you. I think it's like enough of a commonplace thing that like they don't really mind too much. As long as you don't do the same jokes, like people who were, okay, like here, I'll give you an example. When you go to check out something at the grocery store, right? And then something doesn't scan, right? The number one thing you should not say is, hey, if it doesn't scan, it must be free, right? Ha 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 ha. No, don't say that. Like, no. Like they have heard that so many times that they're gonna be mad, they're gonna be fed up with you, right? If they were like having an okay day, which is already pretty difficult to do so, right? Standing in front of the register, you know, for that many hours, right? You're gonna kill their mood, right? Like as long as you don't say that kind of stuff, I think it's fine. Like saying thank you and you too are like acceptable, right? They're like silly, like little faux pas, but like acceptable faux pas and silly things, right? I work in retail management. I hate that phrase, right? I do the dad joke where they ask if they want milk in the bag and say no in the carton, and 90% of the times I just get stared at. No. Oh no, not the dad jokes. I guess like some people, maybe it'll be, you know, a nice little breath of fresh air. But in my experience personally, I was just tired whenever I worked retail. I had no time for jokes, no time for puns. I just like, please just end my suffering. My other one is the sign says, but it's never for the item they're buying. Oh. I find it very curious. I want to know. They're like, welcome to the collective. Welcome. If you enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. I think for me, like, I want to know what goes on in those people's minds. Like, there was, this one time, there was like a person who had like came in with like a coupon for something that was like obviously expired like a month ago, right? And they were like, no, it's still valid. Like, they're just like being very like genuine about like, no, this coupon is still valid. And like, I can't, like, I tried to scan it and it wouldn't scan. It's because the coupon was out of date. But it's like, no, like it still works, right? I'm like, no, like, ma'am, you can see it's you know, out of date, it's expired. You can't use this coupon anymore. But like, they will insist that it does, and that, you know, it's just me messing up at the register. And like, I want to know like what goes on in their thought process when they can look at the coupon, right? And then just compare with the dates here and be like, well, that's like a month out of date, right? Like, why? What goes on in their minds? And then when you try to explain them calmly, like, hey, like this coupon isn't gonna work because it's out of date, they get mad at you for it. Why would it, like, come on, what's going on here, you know? Spoiler, there is no thought. Right? There has to be no thought. Because at some point, like, I don't know, because if you see it, if you see the sticker or the coupon or something, and you know that it's out of date, and yet you go ahead and drive all the way out to the grocery store, and then you're like, all right, I have this in my pocket. I know it's expired, but I'm going to go give it to the cashier and then force them to like accept it. Like there's gotta be some kind of malice to it, right? Just trying to see if they can get away with it. I feel like that's worse though. Because there's almost that point of like intentionality to it of like, I know it's bad. You know, like not like objectively bad, but like I know it's out of date and it's like not okay to try to force a coupon that's expired to go through. But I want to see if I can get away with it, you know? That like intentionality is what like annoys me a little bit. Unless they're like really elderly or something, they may have read it wrong. Nothing else makes sense. Yeah, if they're like very elderly, then like I would just go ahead and like call up the manager on the shift and just be like, hey, by the way, you know, can we make this happen? You know? But like otherwise, if they are, you know, in other ways, like they seem able and they're aggressive about it, it doesn't make sense to me. Nobody, they give with a super chat. Look up Scott Swiss videos. Retail workers love him. Oh no, I'm scared. Is it gonna be puns? Thank you for the super chat. Expired is expired, right? Give me a moment, chat. I'm out of water. I need to pour myself some more water real quick. Where is it? There it is. I don't know if you can hear that. Ooh. Nice. Water. Ooh, Tamser, thank you so much for the super chat. Celebrating my 60th year around the sun this weekend, and I'm here following my first VTuber. Really enjoy your content. Embrace your age. Thank you. Happy birthday, Tamser. Thank you so much for the super chat. 60, wow. That is twice mine. That is incredible. I wonder what things would look like when I'm 60. Maybe like they'll come up to me and they'll be like, oh, hey, like Mr. Josuiji, and I'll be like, don't call me that. I'll already feel even more older than I feel. Okay, just a side note, like it hurts when someone calls you like Mr. Then like you're like hey, you know, there's something about like Mr. that like pains me. Mr. Josuiji, yeah, that's my dad. That's my dad. Mr. Josuiji is my dad. Don't call me Mr. Josuiji. It's so strange. It's a weird thing. Mr. or ma'am, right? Oh my gosh. Especially when you get called out by children, you know? Because they don't hold back. They don't have filters. They'll just say it like it is, right? So when someone calls you a mister, right? Like if I'm walking around, some kid calls me a mister, it's like, oh, it hurts. Like it doesn't matter if I still get carded by like the cashier, right? Because like maybe like at that time, maybe my eyes were like particularly shiny or something, right? And like I had a youthful smile in my upper cheeks or something like that, right? Like maybe I could like trick someone when I go out to like get carded, right? But if a small child comes up to me and goes, Mister, then no. That one hurts. That one hurts. I come from myself by saying that I'm the same age as Doctor Who. Ooh, that's a nice way to put it. Oh my goodness. It's been a while since I've actually followed Doctor Who. I want to get back into it. I remember like really enjoying it and having a lot of fun watching Doctor Who. Oh my goodness. Mental damage plus 100. I'd be crying in my wig for 2 weeks straight. Oh no. I think, what is it? When did I stop watching? I think I stopped watching like right after Matt Smith. Like the first season of Capaldi, but then like life got busy, unfortunately. I just didn't have time, alas. I recommend watching the classic series. I think there's a lot of stories you would like there. Where can I find those? Can I watch them like for free? I know there's a lot of places that, like you can like pirate it, but I want to make sure that I do it like through the proper channels and all that. I stopped before 11. Kid called it Mr. Meet the reality check. Highly recommend Genesis of the Daleks or City of Death from Tom Baker's run. Ooh. I'll have to keep my eye out for those. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna. Sorry. I had to sneeze, so I wanted to mute real quick. David Tennant or Matt Smith. I think those two are like the big ones. David Tennant and Matt Smith. After Capaldi, it got bad. I only saw the first season of Capaldi, and it just unfortunately wasn't able to get to the rest of those. Classic Doctor Who was on Netflix way back when I watched, but I don't know now. Oh, thank you for all the bless yous. Thank you. I mentioned this a little while back, but like, I don't know when I will be comfortable enough to like sneeze or like cough on stream, unless accidentally inhale something and start, choking on my own saliva or something like that. I had a college student call my graduation year a long time ago, which did direct soul damage. When was my graduation year? Wait. When did I graduate college? I don't remember. 2014? 2016? 15? Somewhere around there. No. 17? Wait. No, I'm 30. Let me go backwards. 1, 2, 3. Somewhere in the teens. It was like a decade ago. So, yeah, I forgot. I don't know. It's been a while. Okay, my head is still stuck in like 2010s, not 2023. I subtract mentally a decade when I do my like counting. I'm like, oh no, like 2012 was like 10 years ago, right? No, it's 11 years now. But like there's like a little like mental gap in my head where I haven't updated my brain's calendar. I have to like update to the latest firmware because like I still think it's like a certain time, but it's like, oh wait, no, it's like you add 7 years to that and now that's like the actual date. Right? I know, like a lot of people do that. And like for me, it's very difficult. Like I still end up catching myself thinking that like Zoomers are like young children, and I'm like, I must protect Zoomers. I want to protect is like my initial knee-jerk reaction, and then I realize Zoomers are like 24 and like 26. I think they're like super old. I mean, like, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I meant like they're older than I mentally imagine Zoomers to be, I'm so sorry to all the Zoomers in chat. I didn't mean it like that. No, not like that. Okay, like in my mind, right? I still think Zoomers are like 15, 16, 17. And I'm like, oh, babies, protect, make sure that they grow up happy, healthy, and in a safe world, right? Like, that's what happens in my mind, right? When I think of Zoomers, I'm like, small. And I want to protect, right? And then I realize, no, Shinri, you're actually missing like 8 years. Like, they are like much older than you think they are. They can drink, like, I still find myself, like, I still catch myself thinking about that every now and then, right? Students at my school did a play about decades. I was cackling at the 90s and 2000s references. They didn't get why. Oh my gosh. I can't. How old are Zoomers? I think like 20. 22, 23, right? 24? Last Gen Z was in 2012. They're all old enough to drink at this point. Like they've had jobs, they've graduated high school, and they're like in college or like out of college, you know? Like that's what they're in. And like my brain can't, I don't know, I need to update it at some point. My area children look 17, 20, but they're actually 12 and 15. Oh my goodness. I'm really bad with like ages. I think for me, like the oldest Zoomer is 25. Okay, so like Zoomers are adults, and now it's Generation Alpha who are like the small people we need to protect. The small generation, right? I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is kind of why like whenever I talk with like my parents, you know, they think like, oh, Shinri, why don't you just go like buy a house? Because like they're still stuck in a time like, you know, 12 years prior in their mind where like house prices were like a certain amount, you know, here in Utopia. It's like, Mom, Dad, that's not how it works. Like we're like, we need to update your like mental calendars by like a decade, because like things have changed since then, you know? Like that's what I think. Like every single generation, like maybe our brains, they just like stop updating frequently at a certain point, you know? Right, yeah, and like the last couple of years too, like 2020, 21, and 22 have been a blur. Like for me, mentally, I consider all of that to be like a single year in big quotes, and I don't count them as like 3 separate years, right? It's just a big blur that all like merges together in a single go. Like, so like whenever I think like, oh yeah, like I did that last year, I'm like, wait, no, that was 3 years ago. I didn't do that last year. That was 3. And like, it's like, hey, when was the last time we had a camping trip with the friends and the boys, right? And like, didn't we have a camping trip last year? It's like, no, Shinri, we stayed home last year. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't go anywhere for 3 years, right? Mentally, I'm still stuck in 2020. Same. It just feels like it just feels like a big blur. I'm pretty sure like that doesn't help. Like my inability to like measure time properly. Like I have to actually look at the calendar to tell, you know, if I don't look at the calendar, then like my internal like sensations of what year it is, like it's just completely off. Isn't it wild that you have a Zoomer senpai? I do. Okay, so here's the thing. Thank you for the super chat, Dirges and Reese Cheeks. The way that I see it when it comes to my senpais is not like senpais in terms of just years, right? It's senpais in terms of like experience. So like someone who's like a more experienced, they're like more knowledgeable, they have a better handle on what's going on, is kind of how I see them as a senpai. So like it's not necessarily just that, oh, you know, they're younger, so it feels weird that they're like someone younger than me is a senpai. It's because I'm looking at them not in terms of just age, but like the wisdom and knowledge that they have. And that's kind of why like I'm okay treating someone who's younger than me, like I don't know, I think Bei senpai is like 12, 13. I think Bei senpai is like 13 now. 13? I don't know how numbers work when you are an embodiment of chaos. Forever 12, right? Okay, so it is 12. It's not like like chaos doesn't age, right? It's still 12, right? I don't know how it works. But like I see Bei senpai as like a senpai, like because of the experience, because of the knowledge, and just more of, you know, the whole spiel, the whole gestalt of like being an idol. So like I'm okay thinking someone younger than me is as a senpai, because I don't like, age is just one factor into it. there's so much more that we can look at, you know? The birthday comes once in a blue moon. How does that work, by the way? Like, if you're on a if you're born on, was it February 28th on a leap year, right? It's the day that happens once every 4 years, right? How does that work? I want to know. Like, if anyone actually is born on leap day, I want to know. 29th. Oh yeah, the mysterious 29th day. Algos Red Mage, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate your option and your feelings on protecting the younger generation, but also your knowledge and acknowledgement of experience. Both are so important. It has taken me a long time to get here, and I still have so much to learn. 29th, every 4 years. I want to know how that works. I remember when it was 2012 and people believed the world was ending, and here we are, 11 years later. If it were any other, like, if it were later at night, I would have been like, maybe the world did end. Maybe this is all just a collective fever dream. Maybe we are all like, wait, hold on, no, this is a video game. I'm thinking about a video game. Maybe we're all like brain scans in an AI simulation, right? Oh wait, chat. This reminds me. I watched Vesper play Soma a while back, and there was a detail that clicked in my head, which kind of changes the entire thing about my like interpretation of the outcome of Soma, right? Okay. For those who currently work in office jobs, how much do you guys really, really like your coworkers? Keisha, thank you for the super chat. Before I'm late, happy. Thank you, Shinri, for creating a warm community of quiz. I'm so happy to be running upon the quiz. Love you all. Thank you. They're okay. I don't. Hell no. Coworkers are pretty cool. Not as much, right? So they're pretty like vastly wild, ranging people, right? So here's the realization that I had. The arc. Okay, wait. Spoilers for Soma, all right? For the next 2 minutes. All right? Until 8:06 p.m. or 11:06 p.m. Eastern time. For the next 2 minutes, I'm going to talk about spoilers for Soma, all right? So cover your ears, all right? Here we go. Spoilers for Soma in 3, 2, 1. I realized that every single person on the arc is a brain scan of Catherine and her coworkers. And I don't like my coworkers that much. Or back then, when I had like an office job, I did not like my coworkers that much, right? But to think that you would be put onto a digital representation of a world where you had to be sent into space and live for eternity with a whole bunch of coworkers, right? Because it was only like 35 people, right? Of all the people that they were able to save, humanity was wiped out, right? There was only like 35 people left over in the entire base, right? And they all got scanned. I don't like my coworkers that much, right? So to think that I have to live the rest of my life with just that, with just those 34 other people, no thank you. I would rather stay on the planet and like take my chances with the WoW instead of, you know, that. Anyways, spoiler is over. So yeah. As much as I think it's great, I think the draw of it is mostly in the philosophical questions that it poses, and not necessarily what actually happened there, because I have feelings about what actually happened there. I didn't catch that the very first time, but then after watching Vesper, I'm like, oh, and then I had to change my mind on a few things. I used to work at a desk job and people were fine, I guess. They make a close friend that I usually hang out with, right? But it's them. It's all them, you know? If it was just tech support, it'd be fine. But if I was stuck with the sales guys, I would scream. But yeah, I like their games. I want to see if they make another one. It's been a while. It's been many years. I remember when like the trailers for Soma came out. I was like, oh, whoa, this looks so cool, right? I could watch the entire stream of you talking about Soma lore. Unfortunately, I don't think there is much lore. Like, what you see there is pretty much what you get, and that's why I haven't played it yet. Awkward conversations for 35 years. No, it's infinite years, forever. Didn't they make the Amnesia game recently? I think they made one 4 years ago. I think it was 4 years ago. Amnesia Rebirth, I think. Yeah, wait, was it 4 years ago? Oh no, are we doing the thing where we like forget what time it was? Hang on, Amnesia Rebirth. Release date. Oh no, oh no. October 20th, 2000. 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago. The Grand Cricket, thank you so much for the super chat. Your age, but your actual birthday only comes around every 4 years. I once made a cake for a 64-year-old who was celebrating their sweet 6. Aww. Thank you so much for the super chat. And that's a really cute story. You have to like celebrate with that really big like the candle, but that's like shaped in the 6. I think those are really great. I want like more excuses to use those colorful candles. Thank you for the super chat. And Ugly, thank you for the super chat. Have you played Evil Within? Similar to Soma and very cryptic. I think you might like it. If you haven't played it already, it's one of my favorites. I have not played it. And I do want to play more games that are like games I haven't experienced before. I think like moving forward, I want to try avoiding it was shaped like a hashtag 16. Oh, it's really cute. That's really cute. Oh, that's really sweet too. Thank you for sharing the story. Where was I? Oh, I do want to limit the number of games and avoid playing ones that I have already played. I think for me, Resident Evil Village, I think I will try to keep as like the last one. I've already played like Alan Wake. Yeah, I've already played Alan Wake. And I really did enjoy it, but I don't know if I can make it a fun experience because I kind of know the whole thing already. Which of the Resident Evil games have you played? I played 7 and 8 and the DLCs for those. I've actually not played 4, which is why I'm a little bit hyped for the remake for Resident Evil 4 because I've never played it before, so it'll be like a first time experience for me. Co-op with Hakka for Resident Evil 6. We'd have to find time for that, yeah, but I do want to try a co-op with one of the boys. They are releasing a new Amnesia game on May 15th of this year. Ooh. Do I have to play? Wait. Do I want to play Rebirth? I've not played Rebirth yet. I've actually have not played that one yet. I know Bettel recently played The Dark Descent. I kind of don't want to play it myself because of like one, I've already played The Dark Descent and Machine for Pigs, as well as I forget the one with where you play as the woman in one of the DLCs for Amnesia. I didn't like that one because Justine, yeah, that one. I didn't like it because there was no like. It was all like you had one life, and if you died, you reset to the beginning. I didn't really like that, to be honest. But I played all the Amnesia games except for Rebirth, so I may hold off on that for now. Probably won't be playing it, to be completely honest. But I do want to try out Amnesia Rebirth. I have not played that one, and all the Resident Evil games up to 7. Algo's Red Mage, thank you with the super check. Control maybe? I don't know about Perms, but it's a solid game. Ooh. I don't know about Perms either. I will send it over to Mana-chan's desk and see if we can get perms for that one too. But yeah, I'm always looking for more recommendations on games, mostly because I am one of those people who like experiments pretty rarely and then just kind of like sticks to what I like, what I know that I like. So I won't like go out of my comfort zone because at this point I'm like a little hesitant to do so. Like I know that I'm going to like, for example, like just playing like ARAMs in League of Legends. You know, turn my brain off and play ARAMs. I know I'll enjoy that as opposed to like trying to pick up a completely new game or just like going into Minecraft and working more on the Shinri Kansen. Like I know I know I will enjoy those more than I will trying like a fresh game out of the blue. So Resident Evil 7 was violent, but it was fun playing. Yeah, I think it is very gory because it's not censored at all. Have you seen the list of recommendations document? Oh, wait, there's a list of recommendations document? Wait, Collective, have you all put together a recommendations list? I have not seen it. I've not seen this yet. My Friendly Neighbor, it's a combo of Muppets and Resident Evil. I've not seen that one either. Short games like Journey or Flower. I have played both. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I want to play. I'm not sure if I like. To be completely honest, I'm not sure if I'll play Journey. There's a lot of games out there that are like, if they're very old games, I will likely have already played them. So I'm not sure. There is, I guess, no one has given it to him. There's a list. Is there? I don't know. If it's been put into a comment or like a tweet, I will apologize because I don't have a chance to go through every single one of those every single day. Hopefully, with a reduced stream schedule, I'll have more time to start like going through all those more meticulously. But yeah, we'll send it on Twitter again. Thank you. Really appreciate it. You really should play Journey. Isn't that the one where you can't play solo? You have to play with a partner. Well, not necessarily like a partner, but like someone who like travels with you and you like communicate with like little blips. I think I've already played that one, unfortunately. I'm not sure if I can like. I guess like the big worry is like I don't want to pretend too much. You can play solo. Ooh, the game might give you a partner. Would love to see you play Unpacking. I have seen Unpacking gameplay. I maybe I will. It'll give me a good chance to like reminisce of the good old days. You can play solo, but you're encouraged to play online with random individuals. Ooh, the Collective have the doc. If you haven't seen it / played it, away I might be good. I'm good. Thank you for the recommendation, Tommy. I think at this point, everyone has seen A Way Out, and I know that everyone knows the twist. I think like for me, hang on, let me think about how I want to say this. Also, Honey, thank you so much for joining the Collective. Welcome. Okay, so I want to find, if I were to play a collab game like that, I want to find someone who is able to slow down and take the time to enjoy the lore, basically, with me, you know? And I'm not sure if like the boys would be okay with slowing down that much, you know? Like, I think of all the people in TEMPUS, I'm probably like the slowest paced, you know? And like Altair and Vesper, I don't think they care enough about the lore of the games in the same way that I do, you know? Like that's what I think. Like I don't believe they like, if we were to play like, you know, It Takes Two, I think they'll be the type to just like really get the gameplay down, but then just kind of play the game, you know? Like, I know for me, a lot of the games that I play, I end up like stretching out to like twice the length because I take the time to just like really like sit there and be like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And like figure things out. But like, I don't know if Altair would be able to slow down that much for it. And Vesper, I think he kind of has his own thing going on. But like, I don't know. I know that I probably wouldn't be able to go through like, I don't know, what's like a really big collab game? There was another one. It was a puzzle game. Oh gosh, I can't remember. It involved a box. Blech. The Past Within. The Past Within. That's the one. It's a collab. It's a co-op puzzle game where you have to work with someone. And like solve puzzles, but it's like a very sentimental one. It's a lot slower pace. It's not like chaotic. It's not very much actiony. You just kind of like take your time and solve puzzles with them, right? And like, I don't know if any of the Tempus boys would be like at my speed to just like really enjoy it. Like, for example, if we did like the Escape Simulator collabs, like the one that Bettel and Magni did, I think we'll be fine with that. Because like there's a clear objective there, and like they just want to solve the puzzle and move on with it, right? But I want to like learn more about like the world and everything. So I don't know. It's very difficult to like see that, you know, like because I know the boys have like a lot of energy and they just want to like, I want to solve the puzzles and move on, you know, things like that. Your playthrough of We Were Here with Bettel was amazing. We do need to get another one of those. There really isn't much lore in We Were Here, the series, as far as I could tell from the first game, but like, I think that's fun, you know? But like, that's kind of what I mean, you know? I think that's kind of the best type of collab games that I could do with the boys. Games that are just like, give us an objective, let us accomplish the objective, right? But the ones I do really want to play are the ones that are like very story heavy. And I want to dive into like the story of the games. I just don't know if any of the Vanguard boys or even the Tempus boys in general are like able to slow down enough to like experience that, you know? Are there co-op games that have a lot of lore? There's one co-op game that requires you to like communicate with a partner that's like super slow paced puzzles. It's not The Past Within, but there was another one. I saw it on Steam. It looked really cool. Wait, let me see if I can figure it out. I have like a... Let me see. Bokura? Is that what it was? Bokura. Yeah, Bokura. The game is called Bokura, and it's like it requires two people to like play together. And if you look at the art, it's like really cute. It's like really pixelated, and the really cool thing about the game is like you see different things. You see two different things. The way that the world is presented to you is different compared to how the world is presented to the other player, and you have to be able to communicate with each other through that. But I feel like it does look cute, right? It does. The art style is really adorable, and I would like to be able to take the time to enjoy it. But at the same time, I don't want to be a burden to the other boys and be like, hey, let's slow down and, you know, take an hour on this thing and like talk about it, because I know they'll be like, let's go. You know, they have a lot more energy than I do. It's kind of why like it's difficult for me to like schedule collabs on my channel. Like take initiative to schedule these collabs, unless it's something very like spontaneous, like you know, our Fortnite collabs or the Valorant collabs or League of Legends ones, where it's just like we just hop in and then we play a couple of games and move on, right? So like those are very low commitment, and you don't have to think too much about those. But the ones I really do want to play are the ones that are like, that really do ask, hey, can you guys slow down and like really go through the story slowly? And I want to do that. And yeah. Understandable, would they say the same thing? Maybe find a non-Tempest lore partner? Are there that many people who like focus like heavily on the lore of games? Co-op games, maybe. Maybe, we'll have to see. That's a story with some lore, right? Which one? Unravel? I'm not sure if we have premise with that one. I'll double check. I'll double check. We need to clone another you. Oh my goodness. It'd be like a clone of me, but like instead of having like my chest exposed, they'll wear like a turtleneck that only covers like the chest and has like the arms exposed, like a sleeveless tank top or something. But yeah. And then like when we hug, it would like form a complete outfit that is completely covering. Something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There's still plenty of time. I do have like a few items and like things I want to get to, but I don't know. I worry sometimes, like at my age with the boys, and just like not even just being able to keep up with them, but like being able to be like, hey, let's do these things, but like not as fast, you know. I don't know. Matching sweater vest. Exactly. There we go. It's a matching sweater vest. Another one for the drawing list. I don't know. It's always good to slow down once in a while. I mean, like, I know that much. I guess, how do I say this? I understand that as an out of context statement. It's good to slow down every now and then. But at the same time, like, for the boys, I know like they have their own style of content. You know, they do their things their way, and often it just ends up like, excuse me. Often it ends up with me more like compromising on their end. Like if they do something silly, then I'll join in the silliness with them. I haven't really asked them to like compromise my way. Does that make sense? But yeah. Imagine a stack of kois being your co-op partner. Like we'll just stuff a whole bunch of kois into a trench coat and then slap a hat on it. Like Bob from Slime Rancher 2. And then they'd be like, Ken has food? But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll see if I can find like a couple of like fun collab games. Yeah, trench coat kois. Speaking of compromise, more fogs. I think I did ask Hakka, because his schedule's super busy. So I did ask if we can find a time, and he said he'll get back to me. So hopefully we get to schedule something again. And I think for Bettel, he has an off collab, a whole week of off collabs, I believe, with Magni. So he'll be busy doing that too. So like the We Were Here collabs will have to be pushed back until he gets back and is able to like recover. And the same thing with Flayon, because we do need to finish the Portal 2 collab too. I think we're like a third of the way done. So there's still a lot more that we can do. Hasn't Flayon done a collaborative with Altair where they play the game and they voice the character? Yeah, they have. I was thinking about like maybe doing that for like Ace Attorney, where like every single one of the boys would like voice a different character, but it's so difficult, and I don't know if I want to commit to me like, I don't know if I want them to like commit to like, oh hey, have a 4-hour stream where you may only have like 6 lines somewhere in the middle. I feel like that's very difficult to do, and it would be like a big drain on them to like just be there and listen to me read until like they say a thing. Unless like, I don't know, maybe we can cheat. And I can just give them the line and then use them as like a soundboard. So when they get to a point, I'll just say hit the soundboard and they'll just read it out loud. One person that voices a few different characters. Record those in advance. I think we could do that. Catboy Cafe game. Oh, was it the Nekopara? The Catboy Nekopara run. Aren't those already voiced though? I feel like they already have fully voice actors there. But yeah. They can add their own spice to the dialogue. I do want to see... Oh gosh. I did promise one of the things that I wanted to do during debut was like make these like little audio dramas and like audio like little visual novel things. I just haven't had time to put everything together for that, but I really do want to get them to like do those. I don't know what we'll do though. Who would you cast as though? I'll probably just be the narrator. I think it'll be easier if I was just the narrator, because like the narrator has like a lot of lines. Flayon would absolutely nail multiple characters. I understand that, but like I also want to make sure that like I want to make sure that Flayon is okay with it, you know? Like I don't want to just like be like, hey, I know you're good at voice acting, come onto my stream and like give me 4 hours of your day, you know, things like that. So like I worry a little bit, you know, like is this, you know, taking too much of an advantage of them because of their talents, or is this like a, you know, I want to make sure that they get their time's worth, you know, with the effort that they put into it. Yeah. Do I have any more? I do. I do want to see screenplay Sucker for Love because they're dating some scary ladies. Wait, hold up. Hang on. I think I actually do have... No update yet. Never mind. Darn it. I was excited. I thought maybe, but no. I have not seen any. Nothing yet. But yeah. It'd be really cute. Chat, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the dating sim where we get to date spiritual entities and like folklore ghosts and spirits and all that. I want to see it. I want to see. I think it'd be very cute. You would adore Sucker for Love. I've seen the art, and I think it's really cute. A chill visual novel would be good to bring the boys down to energy levels. That's true too. We could do that. I'll need to like go through the list of visual novels that I know are pretty good and like easy to go through. There's a Dead by Daylight dating sim, but it's pretty goofy. I've actually never played Dead by Daylight, and would it make sense if I just played it straight without like, you know, off the bat without like going into the game itself? What about speed dating for ghosts? I'm not familiar with that one. Romancylvania is a monster dating action sim. How you play ghost dating sim? I've not played either of those two. Kui and Mace, thank you for the super chats. Thank you. The list will be sent after the stream on a comment. Oh, thank you. I'll have to check that out. I'll check those out. Flayon's played about How to Full Boyfriend is so good and has so much lore. I have seen some of Flayon's streams of it. The thing that I worry about How to Full Boyfriend is that it's such a long game. I think it's close to like 17 hours for the entire thing. And I do want to get through the whole thing, but like, I'm not sure if, for me at least, it would make sense to do that many streams of one game. I think Flayon had to go through like 8 streams of How to Full Boyfriend, so I feel like that's a little bit too much. I think like 3 would probably be my limit. If it goes more than that, then I'll probably try to find a way to like complete it off stream or something. Yeah, you need to complete the rest to unlock the true one. That's what I've heard. Yeah. I don't know, chat. Maybe it's because they did 3 streams, even though like the middle one was a little bit. Maybe I'm just not fully rested yet. I think we're gonna go and call it for here. About 2.5 hours. Not quite the 3 hours I wanted to go, but I can already feel myself like losing steam. And I think it's because I just haven't been able to get as much rest as I wanted to. I think staying up very late, just 2 days ago even, was enough to like kind of knock me off my game for a bit. I think you just have a lot on your mind. Yeah, I do. Just lots of things. 30 minutes though. We're 30 minutes short. I'll try to make sure we can hit the 9 hour, or not the 9. Make sure we can hit the 3 hour mark and end at 9 p.m. the next time. But for now, I'm feeling a little bit tired. So chat, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. 9 hours, no, I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, so before we end, let me just recap the announcements for those who showed up late or like dropped by in the middle. I currently stream 10 hours. Lily Gilly, thank you so much for the re-upping the membership. Okoiri, please take care of yourself too. Hey, I will try. So real quick announcement. I stream 10 times a week. I'll be dropping that number down, and eventually I hope to end up at about 5 times a week. But starting next week, our schedule will go Monday mornings, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning streams, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Friday will be evening streams, with the Friday one being a membership stream, and then the Wednesday or the weekends will be altered a little bit, but we'll be cutting down on the total number of hours to give myself more time to rest as well as work on off-stream materials. So please keep your eyes out for the new updated schedules. Thank you so much for giving me a couple of your time, and I will see you all tomorrow. We have to finish A Pet Shop After Dark. All right. Koyasumi, everybody. Koyasumi. Arnulfo Mendes, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for streaming and streaming and streaming one more time today. Thank you, thank you. Alright, let me go double check real quick to see which of the boys are currently streaming. Let's see if I can send you all over their way. Let's see. Ooh. Vesper is still playing Valhalla, but we've already rated him twice today. So let me send you over to Flayon's channel, where he is currently playing Resident Evil 6 in a collab with Bettel. The title says honk honk on it. So we'll send you over there to his channel. Please have a wonderful time. Thank you for giving me a couple of hours. Get lots of rest, lots of food, lots of water, wiggle around, stretch your legs, and I will see you all next time. Koyasumi.